Interstellar Marines had an interesting development cycle. The game was originally a AAA title that was expected to release for the 7th generation consoles, with Epic Games as the publisher. Then, the game was delayed and forcibly restructured in a way that opposed the studio's original vision. In order to stick with the Rainbow Six plus System Shock plus Half-Life 2 idea, Zero Point Software became the Daredevils and unshackled themselves from Epic Games while keeping their IP, thus becoming an indie game studio. I'm personally glad that I just heard about this game recently because the debut CGI trailer looked absolutely ridiculous, even for 2007 standards. It's also far less believable than this gorgeous looking game. The game is finally on track and hopefully releasing later this year, or in 2016. As far as the Rainbow Six portion of inspiration goes, their vision has already been successfully executed. Interstellar Marines reminds you that going guns blazing is a horrendous idea, as hostiles can drop you very quickly. Your arsenal so far consists of 3 different rifles that come with detachable silencers, switchable flashlights, and stun rounds. Tactics is key, and you are encouraged to take on the opposition one small number at a time, or by sneaking around. The levels, regardless of what mode you play in, provide you with the tactical flexibility to approach your objectives in a non-linear fashion. The campaign and challenge modes can be played alone or with up to 3 other online players. Playing the game with a squad is far superior than playing alone, and it's one of the strongest features of the game. Coordinating with your team on which route to take or how you would pick off enemies makes for a very tense experience. The old school tactical shooter gameplay is great if you are able to play the game in cooperative, as there is no balancing on the enemies and there's no checkpoints, making the single player experience feel miserable when you have no allies to revive you. There is also no custom match options, and friendly fire is forcibly on, giving the potential possibility of a griefer dropping in to ruin the fun. Lastly, there are no visual commands you can give to your allies, only text and voice chat. You do have a variety of modes to play, but only 1 to 3 maps per mode. In campaign, you take on random scenarios with one similar goal, completing objectives on your own path and surviving throughout the level. These 2 levels are packed with exciting tension that will have you carefully progressing along the facility, getting the drop on drones before they could do the same to you, and collecting information or escaping the area. However, there are only 2 types of enemies, a drone with an assault rifle and a drone that will charge at you. There's no Half-Life 2 quality narrative here, but on the flip side, the dialogue is at least not uncomfortably silly like the 2007 debut trailer. The biggest drawback is that there are no fleshed out role-playing elements that the developer claims the game to be having. You gain experience points from defeating enemies and completing objectives, though the game never explains why you are leveling up. System Shock had an elaborate skill system to determine what your character is best at or what specific abilities could they possess, but none of that is present in Interstellar Marines. There is also the dated competitive multiplayer feature, where you are given a good variety of modes, all of which you have already played in so many shooters before, except they had a good variety of maps, a custom match options, and a reason to keep coming back for more. As a cooperative tactical shooter, Interstellar Marines is already great. It's one of the better indie cooperative experiences in recent memory. As a story-driven role-playing game, it'll need to do a heck of a lot more to impress anyone, and there's currently no incentive to keep replaying the same 1 or 2 levels over and over again, for any mode in the game. For now, put this game on your wishlist and dodge the iffy special editions. This game has the potential of being great, but it's clearly not there yet.